Hi, Professor. Good afternoon. My name is Shrikant Singh Pakwan. So today I'll be discussing about the ethical scenario in mergers and acquisitions. So before I start my presentation, I wanted to let you know that I have been using a Word document in which I have the pointers and the headlines which would be helping me throughout this video. So starting with this particular scenario, just to discuss about what exactly happening in this scenario on a very high level is the Bigco company is acquiring the Utilico company. For this acquisition, Bigco company has been asked the Utilico company to upgrade their systems, software systems. And to upgrade this particular software system, they have been handed over this particular responsibility to the senior manager of the Utilico company. And being as a senior manager, it's my responsibility to have this particular software upgradation throughout the branches. Most of the branches has been upgraded their software. Only the one branch which was not upgraded this particular software, and that branch claims that they have taken a verbal approval from the senior manager, which is me, and I honestly do not recall when I have given them the approval. And at this situation, at this point of time, I don't have uh, I can able to do only two things: inform the big co company about this particular issue and ask them for the extra time, and second thing, divert the funds from the other branches or from by laying off the other employees and invest in this particular software upgradation and make this merger happen very smoothly. To talk about the ethical factors which would be affecting here is a truthful and honesty. I honestly do not recall if I have given them the verbal approval, but in the business scenario, it doesn't work out in this way. Even if I say that I haven't gave them the approval, it would be affecting the business. And the second thing is accountability and responsibility. So I have been I have been aligned to this particular responsibility to take care of this particular software upgradation, and I have to maintain the transparency and I have to inform the big co company about this particular scenario. That is one thing, and it is my responsibility to make sure that this particular software upgradation has been happened through all of the branches. So these are the two ethical issues which might be affected. And the parties which are directly affected are me as a senior manager, because I am the person who has been given the responsibility of this software upgradation throughout all the branches. In this case, we have an issue with one of the branch, and the second party would be Utilico employees in the projects. If the Pico company decide to not have this merger with the Utilico, then it might be affecting all the Utilico projects, upcoming projects, because most of the none of the other customers would like to give the projects to this Utilico company because of this bad reputation. It would spoil the reputation if the merger has been stopped in between. It defines the inefficiency of the Utilico company, and which will directly affect the employees as well of the Utilico company. And the third party is a Bigco company. They would be affected a lot. They would be affected a lot with the cost, because they have invested a lot of money in the software upgradation and also in the merger. And the parties which are indirectly affected because of this scenario are the stakeholders and the customers of the Utilico company and also the Bigco company. And if I was being in this situation, what I would be doing is I would notify the Bigco company and take the whole responsibility of this particular scenario. I would ask them for the I would work with them. I would ask them for the extra time, which would help me to find a solution and to fix this particular issue. By doing that, I would be upholding the honesty and accountability, upholding honesty and accountability with this big co company, which will also helps them in understanding about the transparency which we are maintaining, which me as an Utilico company is maintaining with a big co company, and also which will construct an construct a good relationship between the Utilico company and also the big co company. From a business perspective, the causes of this particular scenario are lack of ineffective communication. So the communication which the branch claims that we have taken the verbal communication, which is not accepted in any of the business practices these days, but the branch claims that they have taken the verbal approval from me. In this case, I do not recall about that particular thing. And the second thing is that no proper reporting structure or the follow-up structure for this particular project. So there are no proper tools in which we can able to see the status of this particular project, or see the updates of this particular project, and how the amount has been, how the cost has been used, which has been budgeted for this particular project. So because of the improper reporting tools and the communication, this particular scenario has been risen. In future, if we have to avoid this particular situation, what we can able to do is we have to implement a robust reporting and documentation process for the project approvals, so that what can happen is we can able to get to know that we can able to know the live up if we can able to know the updates about this particular project, the status of this particular project, we can able to understand what is the situation of this particular upgradation, how it is going. And regular monitoring and control of this particular monitoring and control of this particular project, it should not be given at the higher level to only one person to control this particular project. It should be delegated to the branch manager as well. The responsibility should be delegated to the branch manager and also the other branch managers as well, to effectively control this particular project. Being a single person and control this particular whole big project on one shoulder is really a big thing. So if we delegate this particular project or particular um, responsibility to the other branch managers as well, that will really help in monitoring and controlling this particular projects, big projects like such. And due diligence in the project management to ensure the funds are using appropriately. And it is also really important to know that if the funds are being assigned to one project, we should be able to know how the funds are being used, and how they have been. They should be in proper explanation for the funds, how they have been used each and every time, so that we can have the better control about this particular project, and also people would be more efficient to use the funds. And the clear communication, because in this particular scenario the communication is missing a lot. Because of that, we have almost came to a situation where this measure could not happen if the big co company do not want it to. We have given a chance to the big co company to stop this, to almost destroy, uh, to almost stop this merger because of this bad bad inefficient experience which was carrying by the Utilico company. So that's it from me, Professor. Thank you. Thanks a lot for giving this opportunity.